Hi there, guys. An update, and girls, sorry, fellas and feloosas, as someone used to say. An update. If you're going to have a beer, have it after you've done your 6-7 hours. For the last week, or at least 35 hours, I've been working on one door. The worst door out of the lot, which is the driver's door, and I'll get around to showing you, but a couple of things first before I get to show you. I'm sure you just don't want to see how people work. I've got some little shorts out on my Facebook page. Yeah, time-lapse material. So you get the idea. I mean, there's a lot of welding, a lot of grinding, more grinding. But I'll tell you one thing. If you ever go to need a fabricator or a panel beater, and they say it's going to be X amount, just pay the people. Just pay them. Just give them the money before you even start. Because I'll show you what I spent doing 35 hours. You can't buy door parts for them. You can buy the outer panel and the bottom of the door panel, which normally rust out, but anything else from that you can't buy them, so you have to fabricate them. And that's not really trial and error. It's not exact science, but it is. You've got to measure, you've got to make a template, you've got to cut it, you've got to beat your metal, you've got to stretch it, sometimes shrink it to get what you want. And if you're working with limited amount of hardware, I've just got a vise, I've got a good set of hammers, a vise, I've got a grinder on a bench grinder, so I get by. I mean, a folding machine would be great, but my garage is not that big. I can fit, there's one car under wraps there, which really I shouldn't have it there either. And of course the old faithful Nugget, which is looking good. I haven't done anything on the Nugget, so I've got a fan out the back there, which because I normally work out of that corner over there, and I've got these views to look at every day while I'm working, which I think is quite relaxing. We can see down Wellington Airport, straight through there, Evans Bay to the airport, and back. This is southwards. This is Island Bay down there with Rat Island, and down direction that way is the South Island. So I run a fan in here just to blow everything out, to keep it into that corner down there. Tools of the trade, you don't need that many anyway. Compressor, MIG welder, Weldmatic 2001, don't know much about it. And another Ozito gasless, to be sure. A water blaster, bench grinder, great tools. 4-inch 100mm, 2 grinders, one with a cutter, one with a grinder, so I don't have to keep swapping all the time. And Ozito. The only reason why I'm saying Ozito, they work really well, and if you ever have any issues, you just take them back to your place of purchase and they replace them, no questions asked. Right, here's the door I've been working on, the driver's door. I've cut out and fitted the inner quarter light window channel guard. Also the inner window. This is what comes out, this is what came out of that one. So I had to do it really, I couldn't leave it like that. The bottom I'm waiting for delivery. Classic Alpha and Alphaholics make the bottom parts, so I've left them at that. And if we lift the door up, that is all new, all new steel through there, and the channels. I've left the bottom, as you can see, unpinned because I've got to fit the bottom to it. New metal all the way inside. Some hooba dooba welding now, and on this side also new metal all the way down, because You just can't simply buy those. You have to make them. And this is, yeah, camera never gives it makes it look really good, but it's all been renewed. The seam is right through there, welded through there, up through there, made it in one section that came up to here, one section through there, and one through there. And I had to renew that. That little middle part is old, and a new one down here. So that, my friends, took 30 hours to do, believe it or not. It is quite relaxing, really. It's frustrating, really, because you go online and you look at people that give you all these techniques. There's one guy out there that's Greasy Fingers, I think he's called, who restores these sort of cars. 10 out of 10 for that guy. Jethro Bonner, I think, another YouTuber that does alphas. Brilliant, those two guys. There's of course other ones, but those two I found quite well explained and methodical. Make sure you clean your workshop down every time you finish, which I do, which I can't stand working in the mess, and wash my hands. I had a good cut yesterday. Jagged edges, gloves, remember, safety goggles, bit of suntan because I wasn't wearing my super duper welding mask but the day before, but we're getting used to it. It's one of those self-adjusting light levels, and it's like all over the place, really. So yeah, so most people show you, but the biggest issue that I have on here is welding the old to the new. No one tells you how many amps, what it is, because I don't think they really want to take responsibility in the whole thing. And for me, it's trial and error. When I did my engineering in the mid early 70s, we didn't have MIG welders. We had arc welders, good at arc welding, gas welding, yep, good at that too. But, you know, I got my hands on MIG welders recently, and yeah, it's just a matter of trial and error. So when you, new steel, new steel on new steel, not a problem. Old steel onto, although they're both 0.9, but the other one is about 0.8 by now. I thought about maybe I should get sheet metal 0.8. And I thought, no, I'll go 9 because it was originally 9. And so I kept it at that. So I'm having issues. So I just turned my amps down and my volts down to where I feel comfortable, and you can see what you're doing. And for some reason, sometimes it just blows a hole right through it. So bug it if I know. It's the end results that count, and none of this is ever going to show. I'm sure I'm showing you all this before it gets beautified, you know, because it will get Bondi on it, or whatever you need to get. The inside, that is new. That besides all that being a new part right through up to there, I also put another corner, because welding the old onto the new, or especially in these areas here, this is all coming off. Don't forget, I think the new panel starts from there, runs through there, across there, and wraps up under here. The rest is okay. We're going to get by, and if it lasts another 30 years, it'll be way into somebody else's timekeepers, because we're only looking after things here. Nothing is ours. Nothing lasts forever. And hopefully somebody else will take over and look after it. Anyway, I've blabbered on long enough. Going to go out for dinner. And yeah, see you soon. Take care.